I would say, I would go so far now as to say PNM supporters, Trinidad PNM supporters and Tobago PNM supporters is two different.
Yeah.
Different, right? Different kettle of fish. I maintain that whole Tobago identity that Watson Duke would have campaigned on worked. The view that Trinidad was treating Tobagonians as second-class citizens would have played on the minds of a lot of people, and now they're seeing an opportunity for Tobago to at least stand toe-to-toe with Trinidad. But question then comes down, how are they going to vote in 2025? Is that support just local Tobago, because support Duke for THA, but we're not willing to risk the UNC coming back into power? Because the PDP, not the PDP, sorry, Tobago would have experimented in 2010, just like Trinidad.
Yeah.
And they saw what that brought, right? So having that, and the only way that Watson Duke could be able to capitalize in 2025 is if he gives the impression, or if he campaigns on a possible 2019 2 with the UNC getting 20. So neither of the two Trinidad parties, the two major parties, getting that 21, and therefore he could become prime minister. That is something that could resonate with the Tobago voters, because if IWER boy is prime minister, then, but we don't know, it's not PNM and it's not UNC, it's PDP. Basically will be in charge of central government, right? Now, what you have to look at is, and you cannot ignore, we're going to start seeing machinations now of coalition, because Gary Griffith is on the warpath. If there was any hope or any chance of him returning as commissioner of police, I think his utterances over the last few days have totally diminished that. I mean, So what is the alternative?
Employment.
Correct. What's the alternative? So as he said before, you've not seen the last of him, and you're gonna start seeing, okay, if he's so inclined to return as commissioner of police, then it's not gonna happen under a PNM government, right? So you need to do what you have to do to get rid of the PNM and put a party in place that is partial to you. So does he form his own party and form a sort of coalition? Because the UNC is tainted, and he has said things against the UNC under the current leadership and so on. So does he form his own party and look to form some sort of coalition with the PDP and the UNC and the PEP, right? And all of these different parties. So we get the People's Partnership 2.0, right? And people were inclined to gravitate towards that because, okay, well, Gary is not a part of, from the sense that he's not under the UNC umbrella, but he's under his own umbrella. So perhaps that will bring some kind of stability to the whole thing. That would sanitize it, right? So these discussions are going to start taking place very soon. What is the PNM strategy? PNM's position has always been, we win alone, we lose alone, we stand alone. So there will be no accommodation between the PNM and Watson Duke.
Sure, right.
Especially if it is Mr. Duke stands that he is to be prime minister and he's not, and that position is non-negotiable. So clearly there's work to be done. It's fortunate that it happened at this juncture in this administration. It's early days still, just over a year, so you have about 3.5 years to consolidate. There may be, if based on their introspection, based on the work that they do in Tobago, they have the considered view that those two seats may not be in play for them in 2025, then you have to consider focusing on Trinidad, right? Leave it to the PDP, let them do whatever it is that they had to do in Tobago. If they have to shoot themselves in the foot, so be it.
Yep.
You know, there are those who would have staunchly defended the PDP, admonished the PNM, and such that even if the PDP messes up, it's difficult for me now to go back. I can walk back on it. Say, but yeah, but you were supporting, and you say this, and you say that about the PNM. How you go back and say, right? So that whole ego thing, I'd rather not vote.
Look, somebody now talk about it there.
Yeah. So it will be difficult for some. As I said, some people just throw caution to the wind, common sense to the wind, and just say, you know what? They bought into the propaganda, And not necessarily based on listening to Watson Duke. It's probably because in the household they talk and they say, well, that's you're making sense there. You go down by the rum shop and you talk to your partner and they talking and the PDP and the PDP. All I hear anyway is PDP, whatever. Again, I stress the point. Watson Duke has not been able to demonstrate what he has done in the last 5 years as a representative. Neither has Fali. And
that in itself,
yeah.
That in itself, Dominic.
Yeah. And then, so will Fali's head become swollen? When he, when the I think they're to be sworn in on Thursday. So when the, I think it's a BMW 7 Series, when they pull up and and you jump in the back seat and you know that, that sees himself as. Well, we know he's going to be Watson Duke's puppet, but we will see how that plays out. But again, what would be instrumental is if, as he said last night, it's Tobago's time now. And if you're going to be pushing a separatist agenda, if you're going to be pushing a division agenda of Trinidad, Tobago against Trinidad, they need to understand something, that while the leadership of the THA has changed, central government has not changed on how that arrangement works. All right? So you still depend on central government for financial support.
That's
okay?
Right.
And therefore, you need to tread lightly. You do not want to, from early on, adopt an antagonistic position with respect to the central government, right? Tobago, I think, would have been certainly in a better position where you have the THA and the central government, same party, so you would have benefited more. We're going to be hearing talk about the central government starving the THA for funding because, or they're holding up funding because it's the PDP and whatnot. And they're going to be using that excuse for their inefficiencies and their incompetence.
Remember we said it first here?
Yeah, that's what you're going to be hearing. So when you see Watson come to say, well, we can't get all of the ex-gratia payment because the Ministry of Finance not releasing funds. Or we can't do the $10 million because the Ministry of Finance not releasing funds. And they're going to come singing our song. So every Monday morning, Mr. Imbert had to come now to hold a press conference to say, well, this is not so and that is not so. Right? So I made the point in 2020 for the general election. Your vote is non-refundable. Okay? So you can't come 6 months from now and say, go down by the EBC and say, I will back my vote. I make a mistake, I will back my vote. It don't work so, right? You had to wait 4 years. But when you have people in Tobago who will say, well, if we had to suffer, you had to suffer under what's...
Yeah, boy.
Something very wrong with that.
Telling me.
Yes. So, Papi, I hope your issue was that the beaches are closed. Right? He vexed Dr. Rowley because the beach closed. Well, let me see. Remember, it's based on how things went with respect to the Tobago Autonomy Bill, they don't have that authority to open the beaches. All right? Right. Well, let me see what's going on. Bumpy gum and tell all you, we open the beach, all you go on the beach. When you see the police show up and all you get a ticket, you see what's going to pay it. Right? Be one, no. He cannot. He could tell all you this, that, whatever, next. And then come to say, well, this is why we need secession, because we need to be able to make our own laws. Tobago depending on tourism. And if Tobago was on its own, we could have opened the beach and we could do this and we could do that. Well, he said he would bring back Sandals when he's in charge. Well, let me see if Sandals going to come back now. Is he going to pick up the phone on Friday morning and call Adam Butch and say, come back now? Let me have a discussion.
Yeah, because Mr. Butch, doing business for all these years now.
Yeah.
And know how to shoot himself in the foot.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Are we going to put that Watson where the Marriott's supposed to go? We have a problem with the hotel going there. Are you? What is your position with respect to the airport?
Wow.
Mr. Duke, F. Ali, what are you going to do with that? I just want to know. What about the marina? What are you going to do with that? You have a position on that? I haven't heard you articulate anything on that either. But we will see. You could open the lines, Bruce. I mean, got a bus out about 8:30 or so.
No problem. So, guys, you can call us up at 342-081-466-5391. And remember to be respectful with your contributions. I have my sword in my hand. I am not afraid to cut. And Dominic, look your partner.
Who's that? Central?
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Dominic.
Central.
What's going on, boy? I say you have been in the ICU this morning.
I see for
I say you on the radio.
I do have COVID.
Yeah. What's the results? 12-3?
I don't know.
Well, I hear the crease seats that the PNM got about the crease seats where Dr. Rowley and Nasser created to break the deadlock.
Okay.
If it wasn't the 3 seats, the PNM would have got totally decimated in Tobago.
Right.
So that 3 seats they created, that was to favor the PNM.
Okay.
Because the PNM was banking on the 6 seats they already have on the Street 9. That would have taken them to victory.
Right.
So there was collusion taking place with the EBC and the PNM government. You don't say so, Dominic?
Okay. No, I don't say so.
Why you don't think so? Because that's the only 3 seats that I
Let me
think they
ask
have
you,
won.
the 3 seats that they said that the PNM won, was it the 3 new seats?
Yes, the 3 new seats.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You
It was on
know that?
It was on CNC3 last night. Why?
Yeah, but we still don't know the result because wasn't you saying it's 15-0? Which is
Well,
it?
I don't know. I was saying up to last
So
night.
let me ask you. Let me ask you,
Well,
if the final result is 15-0, where you going and say?
Well, all right. Let me wait and see if it's 15-0 and if it's 12-3. Well, what I am telling you is that the 3 seats the PNM won, or allegedly to have won, is the seat that was created by the EBC and the PNM.
Right. So if it's 15-0, then there was no collusion.
Well, okay. Well, we could assume that. Okay,
All
then have a nice day, Dominic.
All right. You see that logic? You see that logic? If the PNM win 3 seats, there was collusion. But if it's 15-0, there was no collusion. All right. Really, Essential? Really?
Caller, good morning.
You know, you can't be the morning, guys.
Morning.
Listeners. You can't be them, you know. If they lose, collusion. If they lose, no collusion. You can't beat them. You can't beat them. I love it. You cannot beat these people. You cannot beat them. They move the goalposts according to whatever in front of them at the time. That is how it works in this country. You understand how it land? All right, move the goalpost so. Collusion. We win. Hey, move it back. No collusion. And it's so we going for the next 4 years. As you rightly say, Dominic, all the excuses from today onward going to be central government again me no money, come Ember again me no money, so we can't do this and we can't do that. I'm going to tell you something. Everything you said this morning, you've taken my word. I just regurgitating what you said. They could talk today. And when tomorrow come and time to do, it's a totally different story.
Yep.
And there's a saying on a particular radio station. The more a person speaks the truth, there will be those who hate him. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because when Dr. Rowley went and he spoke in Tobago about the amount of expenditure there is from central government, right? In the furtherance and the betterment of Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago by extension, I had to sit down on my TV last night and listen to people on TTT and Winford James say how the Prime Minister, especially Winford James, but he got a chance to spew, papa. He says, I'm not going anywhere until everything finishes, you know. He sit down in the chair and he twists and he turns. And he said the Prime Minister came and he talked down to Tobagonians. So you see, the more people speak the truth, the more they will hate those who speak it. You understand that? So the Prime Minister had lied to the people by explaining to them. So you see, things like all of these subsidies of the fares from via the sea bridge and via the air bridge, all these type of things that central government subsidizes and so on. I wanted, because what they were saying is that they play an important part, and some of that money should come to Tobago and not go into the central government in order to see about in Trinidad and Tobago. They have the view that those monies should come, part of those money should come directly to Tobago, so Tobago could be able to see about itself, because they know $200 million cannot do anything for Tobago, right? What they're saying. So I am saying, okay, if central government is subsidizing all of these things for us, not only for Tobagonians, but for Trinidad and Tobago, stop all them subsidies. Let everybody pay the true price, and let us decide determine how is Trinidad and Tobago going to determine how we pay for the sea bridge, how much we pay for the air bridge, how we pay for the vessels and so on. Let us see about let me decide how we see about that. But one thing I said, Dominic, and it's not gonna change in 2025, you know, because I think the people in PNM in Trinidad has understood what happened in 2010, and they're not going to make that mistake. As you said, you rightly said, they are different from Tobago people and Trinidad people. So it's going to be totally different, the PNM people. So I don't believe it's going to happen, but I want to see what is important to me as I go. When the autonomy bill come back up, I want to see how UNC voting. I want to see if they're going to give Tobago for that $1.2 billion. I wait to see. Have a good day, gentlemen. There's more to talk about, but another day.
Thank you, Brian. And Bruce, I just want to touch on one point that Brian raised with respect to, and it's a point that Fali Augustine had raised in one of the recent meetings, and he was asking Tobagonians if they have seen $40 billion of development, and he was referencing clearly an average budget of about $2 billion being allocated to Tobago annually for the last 20 years. And again, it demonstrates a lack of understanding of how things work. Because if you are saying that the THA workforce is too large, but a significant portion of that $40 billion would have gone to paying salaries,
That's right.
would have gone to paying transfers and subsidies and all of these different things. So the THA over the last 20 years did not have $40 billion available for development. So obviously the people would not see $40 billion of development.
But again...
And this is the man who is going to be chief secretary for the next 4 years and lacks a basic understanding of how that works. Well, but that didn't matter.
And I guess the people that voted who are disgruntled didn't understand how that works either.
I guess not.
It is clear to see that now. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Hey, Jenny, morning.
Hi. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Morning to Mr. Chance, Maratona Puna, Ms. Vina, everybody on the Golden Girls, Manu, everybody. Tobago, what I will say to them is good luck. And I wish them a very scary Christmas, and I hope you do hold your head and ball Happy New Year. We and the TSA, and I continue to say what I say about Watson Solomon Juke, I'm not going to stop that, because it's not a lie, it's the truth. PSA has had the experience of Watson Solomon Juke for 12 years, and that is a snapshot in the way he does how he manage. And I do not think it is unlikely that he's going to change that management style. And based on that, and the fact that PDP is his party, it's registered in his name as his party, and that party is now in authority in THA, they will have to dance to Watson Solomon Juke's beat. I think they're very naive to think that persons who have all the degrees and masters and all that could saddle and bridle and stop him from doing what he needs to do. And in his world and management style, if you do not agree with him, or you're doing things that he's not in favor of, he just replaces you. That is a given. And Tobago would have felt that they needed a change, or the young people needed a change, because I guess in growing up, again, as you all would have continued saying, the the PNM communication is really poor. And I think those young persons do not have a sense of history and what the PNM would have done and how Tobago was before PNM. I think because of that disconnect and the fact that when they see Watson Solomon Juke, he presents to them a man like themselves, the pants drop and the brash talk and the cars and the money and all that. And they're seeing that as an example of success and the way he speaks disrespectfully and all that. And somehow in their mind, they have put all that together and said, this is a successful man and one that we must emulate. I'm saying again, as I will continue to say, PNM was here before, so this man who called and get the run again, we had 33-3 and we had 18-18. It's not the first time PNM has been defeated, and they will be bound back. Defeated for anybody, win some lose. So as I wrap up, I'm saying again to Tobago, I hope that you all have time to reflect, because you will get a swift kick
they're behind very, very soon, because it's the style of voting Solomon Juke. But good luck to you all. You're still my brothers and my sisters. But you all have to handle your stories now, only on your own, where I'm concerned at least. So you all have a blessed day, reach home safely, everyone. And again, I will say Watson Solomon Juke is a convicted criminal. He is before the court on rape charges and sexual assault. And he has mismanaged 6.3 million, we know so far, PSA money, and continues to mismanage PSA. That conversation with me will not change because it is a fact. Blessed morning, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. And I would like to see, I didn't listen to the James brothers, Vanos and Winsford, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been very critical of the PNM's economic management of the country. I would like to see for the next 4 years if they are going to put the magnifying glass on the PDP's management of the Tobago economy, the monies that they get from central government, or if they're just going to stay quiet, if only because they are known supporters of Mr. Duke, and therefore to criticize would make them hypocrites, right? Or to show that they are not as infallible as they present themselves to be. But that would be to the discredit not just of Tobago, but Trinidad and Tobago, as it's spelled, is still Trinidad and Tobago for the time being. Okay, so bear that in mind. Still Trinidad and Tobago. I wait to see, Bruce, if there would be any fallout in terms of, because I've already seen it on social media where some Trinis have already expressed dismay to the point that they're saying, well, they're not inclined to go back to Tobago. I don't know. Because if Tobago want to separate from Trinidad, if they figure Trinidad is whatever, but then so be it all here. But Tobago depends a lot on the Tobagonian economy, depends on a lot on domestic tourism, particularly since with this whole COVID bacchanal and so on. So we will see how things progress. Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Lucy.
Morning.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Jamal.
You know what I want to see? And let me ask you something, Dominic. Could he be the head of the chief secretary and also the head of PSA?
Well, we've been asking that question.
Yeah, but I want to find out because I want PSA people to get a freedom now.
Yes.
You understand? I want to see the Tobago people speak for themselves, and I hope what they do, they don't have to regret it. Because I think today I have to go and see my passport, We are learning to be my grandfather there and listen. I got to get a passport to go to Tobago to get the piece of land. Okay? Let me wait and see. But Malaysia, I don't want to wait in vain for your love. You understand? Yes. I only hope they have to wait in vain. I hope so. Okay.
Thank you.
I don't have a parent in the US. That's all I see.
Hear you. Caller, good morning. Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Nice.
Foreign world, congratulations, what to do to Tobago. Only see a lot of foul fixes and tickets for head. Only nobody friends. Nobody can hear a friends.
Yeah.
I will go on in Tobago, Bag of money. Oh God, I never know. I never could have thought Tobago would have get by out. Oh my God. Well, boy, let me still pray for them, Let us still pray for them because they are still our brothers and sisters. But only thing for them fight them. Lord have mercy. Go ahead, what to do, boy. You showed up right now. You know something? I hear a pastor. I don't know if it's a full-fledged pastor what behave in a certain way last night. A person that I love and following, and when I hear the kind of conversation coming, and boy, the world is in trouble when these people preaching the word of Almighty God. And I want to get a tip. I will tell you what this nobody called it. And I want to hear that to hear there. Last night, after I get this victory to Tobago, I couldn't believe that was ever coming from a person who has a group of people leading. But you know what?
Oh, God, I don't want to sit down. I don't want to face it. But anyway, I just want to tell CSM members, Jenny, good morning, Mr. Chad. Only have to work on that though, because what's Duke is not he can't rule the world, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to rule the world. I want to know he charges still stand, Dominic. This against him in the court. They still stand.
Yes.
Well, okay, all right. But I would give Fally, Fally is a young gentleman. He's an intelligent man, eh?
Yeah.
He's very intelligent. And I wish him all the best. But the thing Israel is a hard nation. On a go along all the best. I don't know what to say. I don't know if you know, but no God in it. Hey, I forgot to tell you, it's Kamala with the election in Tobago, you know?
Yes.
It's Kamala with
Oh, gosh.
the payment victory, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Well, Kamala, girl, I know you're making... You're not coming back. You have no way. You're still coming back. People are God.
Oh, gosh. Kola, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bruce.
Hey, Kingsley, morning.
And good morning to you, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Yes, I must say that congrats to PDP. And I ask the leaders of Tobago that, PDP, I was saying that PDP, that to govern for all, not govern for some. I think that the people speak, and the choose wasn't Duke on his party. I think that we see how it will go the next year or two. But this is a message to the PNM to buck up, to shape up. You can't be dumb about this, you know. The election is about winning and losing. Some go lose, some go win. And I'm happy this morning to be in the land of the living. So I may make it to see this election. But the PNM must, because we have to be real now, and we have to do a postmortem on what take place. When we see a lot of mainstream media carrying big ads, and where they could never win an election without the grassroots troops, with all the people on the ground, with all the people that getting a dollar and something. I know Dr. Odi do the Jimmy thing. But we see in this country for over the years, that's what they vote for. Gimme this. And that's what takes place in Tobago. And because this win to the UNC is a win for the next general election. They say it might go tomorrow. I do not know. But the same general election might go tomorrow in the UNC camp. Because they lost the election in Tobago after Tobago PNM. But I think that the PNM has to do more work, because we have a next election by next year, or local election all this time so. And PNM have enough time to gain back grounds on the ground floor. Because it's sad. It's sad. And we can't call this money to bash Watson Duke. Of course not. We have to ask our party where we go wrong. We have to look to see where PNM went wrong, what they do wrong, and why they get that kind of defeat in Tobago. Why they lost all that seat. I am hearing even the political leader of the PNM Council lost a seat. And if so, things are changing. And PNM need, because look at it, the working class ain't get a back pay for the last 6 years. And why is the working class see the finding money there, the finding money here to buy this and buy that, more than what is to pay the working class back pay? People are thinking the nurse and them in the front line for the last 2 years, what they've been getting. The firemen, the workers. So PNM have to consider all of that now in the mix and they gain back. Because people call them because them one day in the Tobago they win it. Thursday, we will see who is the secretary if it wasn't joke or who's training. But we have to stay. We have to check ourselves. And this is not to feed down or to feed the world over or to feed that, oh God, speed them lost and only head and ball. No. It is time to lift up your head now and fight more harder and come on the ground and see about the people. Don't see about these high, big for fight people. And I wait to see in the next few months how the PNM will transform, because the PNM in Tobago is the PNM in Trinidad. The PNM in Trinidad is the PNM in Tobago. So if the PNM lost in Tobago, the PNM lost in Trinidad. So as I close, my message to the Honorable Prime Minister, the ground is crying. The ground is feeling left behind. The ground is feeling left behind, Dr. Rowley. And I don't want to see 1985 come back again, because we see something like that happen in Tobago last night. And if the ground is crying, don't listen to the fanatics. That's what they do, Manning. Do not listen to the fanatics. They go say, oh God, we have it in the bag. And we do not have it in the bag. They go say, oh God, Doc, we have it. I am saying this, Doc. The Honorable Prime Minister, the ground is crying. The ground is hurting. The ground is feeling that they're getting left behind with all these major projects is good for our country. But as I said in my message, as I speak to you, that people are watching that we need something too. We need a little piece of the pie. And if we are taking the whole pie and giving these so-called hyper-5 people, these so-called hyper-5 and contractors millions of billions of dollars, and it's less than 1 billion to pay the back pay and to pay the working class in this country, I think that the PNM could do better. And I think for the next month, they should show the ground that they are doing better. Not by showing us high-rise and building. The people do not want to see that. The people want to see money in their hand. The people want to see in the communities of not having a building so far from the community, but in the community itself, seeing that the community develop. So I say that PNM people hold up your head high, do not feed down. I said to the PDP, well job done. I hope you govern for all in Tobago. I hope you victimize nobody. I hope people, because there is Ari boy working there and Ari girls working there, and they're not looking like nobody else. They're looking like Watson Joke. They're looking like Farley. So I hope nobody from the THA that left that if they catch you under some kind of corruption, they will go home. But nobody else, no daily pay worker who on contract, no monthly pay worker who on contract, who can get 5,000 a month. They can send you home because he's a PNM. They can send a daily pay worker home because there's PNM. I wouldn't be supporting that in Tobago. I said leave everybody there who working and govern for all in Tobago. Brother Bruce and Brother Dominic, thank you very much.
Yeah, man, take care.
Yes, Kingsley.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, Zina.
Morning, I'm Dominic.
Morning, Zina.
Morning to all those who looked out and listening. Oh, Jenny Gill, your words, you preach, but people ain't listening. Let me tell you, we in Trinidad here got a taste of what 2010 did to us. And it bite us, and it was like a tight boot. This Tobago still known for the bite. You understand? Only though the difference in Tobago is that they don't fight on race, they don't have that there. What they deal with is issues. And Farley, and you tie up the head with a set of false stories. And they start with the zip line and they went on and they chain up the head and the people want change. All you're going to get small change because I keep hearing those two in that, the two leaders, they talk about THA have too many workers. Well, when you cut the THA workers, who you cutting? Because that is the main source of employment. So I don't know how they're going to appease the people if you feel THA have too many workers. So I'm waiting to see how that would happen. You understand? And it's until they get the squeeze and the pinch that the Ghanaians would realize the mistake they made. Because everybody going up there, they talk about when people get in the Prado, they don't see them driving in the Wing Road, and they want all of them going there, and they go get the same Prados and the mansions, because that is everybody aim and objective is the treasury. Let us be looking at. The Begonians, I wish all your luck. You understand? But it's all your time to get the feel, the pressure. And as you, Dominic, rightly say, you know, say, we ain't getting money from Trinidad. We ain't getting the money. They're suffering enough. So, after he done started to throw it out in his speech. But to suffer and to suffer Tobago and thing, and they started to throw it out. So when they can do what they have to do, and when the money go in their pocket, they go to say Trinidad ain't giving them the money. Let them go right ahead. PNM, I wanted all their again, I tired face. I tired talk to Sharon and tell her that, and all the people would have heard me saying time and time again. PNM needs to do the PR. It is weak and sometimes almost nil. I'm going to cry that story again. And PNM people, ministers, I heard the former, one of the former speakers of the House, he talked to Dr. Rowley. Over the air, I heard him. And he's telling the Prime Minister, talk to your ministers and let them know they have to meet with the people on the ground. That is a warning. That's all I have to say this morning. Well, you get down and do business. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bushman.
Hi, good morning.
This is New Village. Good morning,
How are you doing,
Dominic.
Mr. Village?
Morning.
Well, greetings to everyone, 91.9. The people have spoken. You see, I didn't take part. The people have spoken, and wherever the weaknesses were, the government and those that represent the government in Tobago, those who have lost to whatever, have to work towards mending it. And not only in Tobago, in Trinidad, in Point, our MP must be more, we must see him more. The office must be more welcoming. I just talk, I support, I could put you in office, and if I'm disappointed, I will tell you how I feel. We must have, you can't have come and rub up with people. You could have virtual meetings. You could have meetings in the community center, or you could set up and say, just how they had the consultation, this is what the MP is doing. This is what, from Lubbock come back, there is things to be done. Oh God, Captiville is the worst, the roads. The MP must come out and let people know, is a young man I love, is a young man I take as my son. But I am asking him, please, I text him, I sent a voice message, I'm asking him, please, come on the ground, Mr. MP. You talk to your staff in the office that they must be more welcoming. Imagine I went in there one day and they tell me I had to make up and to see the MP. I tell them not over my dead body. You understand? And as long as this is happening and we have consultation where people, have a Zoom meeting with the community of New Village, the community of different places, let them know that you are trying, and you see my land situation, what I am here 73 years on, I went up to HDC up to the other day, and nothing is being done, and I'm letting HDC know and everybody know, I need that deed. They started the deed when they had an election, 2 elections are back. Myself, my council and everybody, we run for the spin up and down the names that were there. When election call was only 12 people got, and I had to go to a lawyer in Port of Spain, Mrs. Ratchfall, to get my mother's deed. And I want to say this is not good enough. The bona fide people that are here, that have their agreements on these lands, must be regularized. When I say regularized, I have my agreement. I have my home, I have everything. But they must get something in their hands to stand by. And this is my book. And they know when I come on radio how I feel. But Tobago, I have no hurt to them. They know how they feel. They know what is going on. The people in office must be more people-friendly. And I don't know what is the situation, so I didn't come in at all. I know God elevates and he brings down. And whatever is the time now, let us see what will happen. And we pray God, if it's the Lord's will, that things will work out. It's 4 years, and you have to just wait for the 4 years. And but the people who have lost have to work on the ground now. Do your work and know that you are people that people could approach, be people-friendly, be people-oriented, and you just continue. A setback is only a setup for a comeback. A step back is only a setup for a comeback. So don't feel too how. People are going to jail, people are going to say what they want, but know what you want and stay focused, Tobago. Tobago, PNMIs, stay focused. And those in office, don't be like here and the UNC and the PNM and don't want to vote for nothing and they don't want nothing to happen and they just want me and it's me and me. We have to understand this is what the people decide, this is what the people says, and let it work out itself. Dominic and Buswin and Sharon, you all have done all your best. Aisha, you have done your best. And your best, if they say it's not good enough, and other people have done their best, you have to rock back now and be still, and know that God is God. He will be exalted among the heathen. He will be exalted in all the earth. God is God. Be still. Make him our refuge and strength and the present help in the time of need. My MP is hearing my voice this morning, and he knows, and if he didn't hear it, somebody will tell him. He must be more people-oriented in some way, work out something that you will communicate with your Burgesses. Have a nice morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I see we're getting ready to pay some bills.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to pay the bills and we'll be right back. So guys, keep it locked. When we come back from paying the bills, we'll continue our discussions.
I give she the she want wine, 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 wine. Wine on the Christmas time, 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 time. The girl, she want wine, 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 wine. Wine on the Christmas time, 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 time. Baila! Aywa! Christmas! Hey! Sandra! Sugar! Boxing morning, Sandra come back by me parangin, and she bring a friend, so it's me and both of them. Hey, boxing morning, Sandra over by me parangin, and she bring a friend, so it's both of them. Hey, Johnny, she don't want that, Henny, she don't want that, Top, she don't want that, Pop, she don't want that, Wiley, she don't want that, the whole fleet, she don't want that. She said, give me the wine, Christmas time, give me the wine, so I give them the wine. I give them the wine. Man, I give them the factory, the old wine company. Them girls, they want wine, 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 wine. Wine on a Christmas time, 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 time. Sandra, she want wine, 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 wine. Wine on a Christmas time, 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 time. Baila! Sandra! Christmas morning! Sandra! Sugar! New Year's Day, Sandra and the friend come back by me with a parang band, only paraman woman. Hey, New Year's Day, Sandra and the friend come back by me. They bring a parang band with only paraman woman. Hey, I have apple, she don't want that. I have grapes, she don't want that. I have banana, she don't want that. I have pear, she don't want that. I have rose, she don't want that. I have it all whole, she don't want that. She said, give me the wine, Christmas time, give me the wine, so I give she the wine. I give she the wine. Man, I give she the factory, the old wine company. Them girls, they want wine, 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 wine. Wine on the Christmas time, 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 time. Sandra, she want wine, 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 wine. Wine on the Christmas time, 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 time. Give me Sandra, give me the Sandra. Hot like fire, give me the wine. Give me Sandra, hot like fire. She's the whiner, she's the whiner. Sandra, sugar, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Sandra, sugar.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families and honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Welcome the Christmas holidays this year with quality and attractive furniture from Stylus Furniture Limited. 2 locations, 51 Rushwood Street, San Fernando, and 101 Crackness Village in Princestown. Select from a wide range of contemporary furniture to enhance your homes. Now open on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call today, 652-2542. Season's greetings to all our customers and friends from Stylus Furniture Limited. Stylus Furniture Limited. For this time in you.
Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. right here on the Street 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the Street 919 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guest. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. all-night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Pay attention to your fees. Understanding the fee structure and the amount you have been paying on a monthly or even annual basis in regards to fees associated with financial services is extremely important. Account service fees, annual financial planning service fees, investment account management fees, you name it. If you haven't reviewed and audited your fees yet, I recommend that you sit down and make this a priority. That was your financial tip brought to you by The Street 91.9 FM.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of December 6, 2021 stands at new positive cases 801. Total active cases 12,707. Total recovered patients 60,947. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 75,935. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Again. Yeah, well, I come to teach all about Paramount South. Let me explain it. Well, Christmas morning, I calling my friends. Say, bring your instrument, and yes, they gather all of them. We making a plan. Who we hitting first, and what song we singing, and who doing the first, cause that is Param. Yeah, where I come from. Param. Well, that is Param. We drinks in me hand. Param. Yeah, man. Well, on to the next house. I'm feeling nice. You have to leave the paper glass, but you can take the ice. We singing one more song, because we don't stick. And well, we shake the neighbor gate with pure Parang music. Well, that is Parang. Hey, where I come from. Parang. Palo seco, yeah. Parang. Instruments in me have. Parang. We hitting the 10th house. It's Parang with pace, but something smelling off, we know say in the people place. When I turn around to the man on the base, I notice he have dog mess on his shoes and his shoelace, but that is Parang. Hey, where we come from.
So welcome back on the inside. Just a bit of information for you. Deck your home with a 55-inch smart TV. Just purchase your DirecTV prepaid kit and enjoy an instant free installation, Then activate and top up 30 days to be eligible for a grand prize. You'll be dashing through the shows all season long with DirecTV prepaid. Remember, this promotion ends on December 17th. Do you know your legal rights? Do you have burning legal questions you always wanted the answers for? Then let's talk legal. Join us right here on the Street 909 FM as we discuss legal information and administration at its finest. Every Monday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. and Thursdays from 10:05 a.m. to 10:35 a.m. as we discuss matters pertaining to you. Let's Talk Legal is brought to you by Dale Daniel and Associates Legal Administrative Firm. Let's Talk Legal, democratizing law, right here on the Street 909 FM. Every Monday from 11:15 a.m. and Thursday from 10:05 a.m. Dale Daniel and Associates located on Taylor Street in Woodbrook. Our opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Welcome the Christmas holidays this year with quality and attractive furniture from Stylus Furniture Limited. Our two locations, 51 Rushwood Street, San Fernando, and 101 Crackness Village in Princestown. Select from a wide range of contemporary furniture to enhance your homes. Now open on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can call us at 652-2542. Season's greetings from all our customers and friends from Stylus Furniture Limited. Stylus Furniture Limited, for the style in you. So, guys, welcome back on the Inside as we continue to take your calls. Caller, good morning. Awesome. Missed that call. You can call me back. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I congratulate the winning party in Tobago. And I pray that God's guidance and blessing will be upon the party. The lesson that I gathered or learned is that persons in authority employed by government must be accountable and be evaluated on a regular basis. Example, the councillors, the MPs, permanent secretaries in various ministries. They all must have written goals and objectives, including strategies in reaching the goals and objectives. The objective must be monitored by their leaders to map out accomplishment and problems which must be worked on. In many ministries and organizations, managers and supervisors are not doing their jobs. And in some cases, no one is following up and taking corrective action. There should be a department where the public can lodge complaint, because many times you go in a ministry and you have a complaint and you're not getting what you want, you walk away. But there must be some system there for them to get redress. This would avoid the mistrust, misrepresentation that encourages dislike, hatred and gossip about MPs, ministries, etc. And finally, something should be done about the social media and their disrespect for people and the way they carry on and write on people. Something should be done. That has to cease. And the media should start being not biased. They should start giving proper news, give us news and not one-sided. That has to stop, otherwise we will be in a worse situation. We need to clear the air, start afresh. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I wanna applaud that contribution, Bruce, because as we were talking off here, that there is need to explain. You see, if people aren't aware of how the system works, that I might have an issue that I believe the government can sort out. When I say government, I don't mean the ministers. I mean government department, the ministries, their departments, and so on, to deal with these things. And if it is that I have an issue and I go to a particular department to get my issue treated with, and it's not being handled efficiently, there must be some avenue for redress. And you need to let the people know, okay, this is the process and so on. There needs to be an assessment of the different ministries, how things are done, identify the bureaucracy, the bottlenecks in the system. Because when a person has an issue that affects them personally, right? I don't want to hear that they have bottleneck. I don't want to hear that. This is affecting me, and I need to have this matter resolved so that I can be happy, so that I can be comfortable, and that's my issue. And therefore, there needs to be some things have to be done. And as the caller said, because so I saw somebody saying just now that promises were made and promises were made over the years, and yet still there was a rehashing of promises and as the case may be. And that may very well have been so. But if it is that you make a promise, a campaign promise, and it cannot be fulfilled in a particular term, you need to let the people know that. This is why, we said we were going to do this, but we weren't able to accomplish this because X, Y, Z, A, B, and C. And people will appreciate you for that. But if it is that you make a promise, or you said you're going to do certain things and it didn't happen in a term because of whether it be, again, bureaucracy, money, whatever's the issue, and you don't come back and tell the people, and then you come in a next election and promise the same thing. Whereas you keep making the same promise and nothing happening. So you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just hear my show hard to get seen, but Dominic and Bruce, oh God, boy, this is Aisha Wells. I calling all this in 6 o'clock.
Hey.
Where's this boy?
Welcome.
Morning. Well, you're doing your post-mortem, Dominic.
Yes.
And I want to agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm listening to all the callers as well. and they're making some salient points. So I wanted to add my 2 cents in it, because you guys would understand that my phone ringing since midnight last night.
Yes.
Everybody. So I wanted to come out and give my view on this situation. First of all, let me start off by saying Tobago have spoken loudly, and we have heard the message coming out of Tobago. I want to congratulate those who would have won in proper P&M style. Of course, we accept loss, and of course, we congratulate.
Yes.
I want to say to all the candidates that you did your best, and you ran a very classy campaign. So it's not an issue of whether the campaign was not done correctly. In my opinion, I felt that it was, but I felt the Tobagonians wanted what they would have voted for. And if we look at what happened in January, the writing was on the wall. It was 12-12, and the people wanted both parties to come to a mutual agreement in order to govern Tobago's affairs. That did not work out in our interest as the PNM, and of course, we would have went back and added the additional seats. And I guess this was not what the Tobagonians wanted. I think it's time for the PNM Tobago in particular to take a look at what has happened, take note of it. All is not lost. We are best when in opposition, and from being a party member for a while, I can say that the PNM, when in opposition, is the busiest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
We know how to get the job done. It's just sad that it always has to happen that way. That in opposition, we understand where we went wrong, and we try our very hard to win our way back. And when we win back, we become complacent, and then we don't share the gospel of the PNM, we don't do proper PR, etc., etc., etc. So I want to say to the people of Tobago, we have heard you. We have heard your concerns, and we will take stock of it. We will take note of it going forward. You wanted to say something? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and to all the young people who I had on my program over the last few days, I want you to know that all is not lost. I got some voice notes from them this morning. A lot of them didn't sleep last night, people crying because they're uncertain what their future may be. Remember, some things were said on the campaign trail about who they're going to get rid of and who wouldn't get rid of. So it has a lot of young people uncertain as to what the future would look like. And I want to tell them that their future remains bright as long as the People's National Movement is in government. At the end of the day, as of today, or as of midnight tonight, PNM remains the government of Trinidad and Tobago. And they will do what is necessary to consider the needs of the people on both islands. I just hope those on the other side would govern with respect and with honesty going forward, and not malice. Tobagonians don't need that at this time. So guys, I looked on and listening.
Yes.
You're doing an awesome job. You guys fought a very good campaign. Dominic, you were on the ball every single time.
Thank you.
Sharon Gill, you held it down every single time. And there's nothing more we could have done. Yes. From the writing was on the wall from January. Tobagonians' minds were made up. And this is just the outcome of it. So guys, I love you. Locked on and listening. Have a good day.
You too.
You too. Take care.
So I wonder if there will be no justice for the people with the big red flags. Well, you all can come across to Trinidad for the next 4 years. We will accommodate you.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, is that Mr. Duke a man of his word? Because he promised there will be no justice for all them people with the big flag. I don't like the PNM. I don't like that. These are my last words. I don't like the PNM. Well, all right. So if it's a household with PNM and PDP living in it, how will you going to unsaddle? When the PNM man lost his work? How the bills paying? Anyway, that's all across the bay, not mine.
See how that goes, huh?
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Batman and Robin.
Good morning.
And I know you test 73. And I get in a nervous breakdown with the social services. I need somebody to advise me on what I should do for my husband who's in bed deteriorating. Every morning I look at him I try, but I can't talk what I want to talk on the radio. I need somebody to talk to. I'm really hurting, but I don't know. And my husband is not aware of what has happened to them. The trigger detention. He's not aware. I mean, the cost of living is high. Every cent matters. Some people would say like a fight on money. But what is entitled to you should be for you. We're not supposed to suffer like this in the end.
True.
I need somebody to talk to.
Yes, I'll take your number. I'll call you.
I appreciate it.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Yes, my dear.
And these are the issues, Bruce, that transcends politics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
These are the things that cause parties to lose elections.
You know, there is a lot of trolls, I've seen it, that remain in a lot of these ministries.
Yeah.
And even though we may not be able to identify them, you see just what you said there should be something in place where if it is I go to this ministry to have something done, and for whatever reason, every time I go, you need this. I go, I get that, I come back. You need this. I go, I get that, I come back. You need this. Then there should be some place that I can go to say, here, what's going on? I've been to this establishment on numerous occasions, and every time I go, it's something different.
Yeah.
What's happening here? What do I need to know? What it is I am doing wrong?
Right.
Or if I am being wronged, let me know what is going on.
Yeah.
So that way now, I can say, okay, who did you speak to? What is the person's name? What department are they from? Get this information. You're going to, hi, good day, yes. What is your name? Okay, nice. So this is my issue, whatever. This is the person that deals. So if it's Mary dealing with me, I could go and say, listen to me, every time I go there, I talk to Mary some bacchanal. What is really going on?
Yeah.
And let me see what Mary about. You understand? Because a situation like this, look how long I have been hearing her speaking about her husband and the little issues that they've been having.
Right.
I mean, come on.
You see, and these bureaucracies transcend administrations. And that's and you see, that's why there's need, Bruce, for reformation of the public service. Because we are operating on systems and procedures that is decades old. And you have to be in 2021. You cannot be operating on things that was put in place in the 1990s and the 1980s.
Exactly.
That's not making sense. These things have to be fixed. But you see, you can't blame the ministers because when they come in, right, they're not responsible for the day-to-day operations of the ministry.
Exactly
You have a permanent secretary, a deputy permanent secretary, you have department heads. What it is that they're doing? When how you all doing assessments and appraisals of your staff? Based on what? But it is that if people come in to get services and they're not getting through, right? Then the government gets blamed because of the bottleneck that's taking place lower down. And if you don't bring it to their attention, it had a fix.
And you see, the hard pressing thing with this also is that they are the people who actually do their work. There are people in there that do their work. What they're supposed to do, they do it.
Right.
Just sometimes you're not fortunate to meet that individual.
Right.
You understand? So what ends up happening now is the whole department gets branded. The whole ministry gets branded. They do not know people inside there. They always get here and run around inside there and and then now bounces straight to the government and then the party.
Yes.
PNM is the worst thing. When they was inside there, I couldn't get nothing. I couldn't go. I didn't do this. I didn't do that.
Right.
So if I make things hard, and that's what the mindset are setting for the people there.
Correct.
So obviously, when I go to vote, I don't want to vote you.
Yeah. But the people who are responsible for these things, you need to take your job seriously. I'll give you an example, right? As treasurer for the National Trust, when I went in there, and I looked at certain things, systems and procedures that they had in place, and I reviewed some of them, bringing my own professional background to bear, and I'm saying, well, okay, we need to fix it. We could do this better. We could do this. This, what we're doing here, you see this practice here, this is unacceptable. And if it is that auditors come and say this will not work.
Yeah.
So we need to this needs to change. This is what we need to do. Right now, sit down with the CEO. Well, here's what now. I know we do this, but I don't think this making sense.
Yeah.
We do that, and that's what you need to do so that you can better engage with your public, with your customers who coming into you. And when you fix that to make sure, as they say, you dot your I's and cross your T's and so on.
Yeah.
And if it is that this way, it can't be you go in and get a degree and your master's and all kind of thing just so you can get a big work to get $15,000-$20,000 a month, and you're not bringing that knowledge, that head knowledge, to improve the operations of the organization that you're working in. That makes no sense.
I just want to collect my money on the
Exactly. It does not make sense. And that is why the public sector needs to start to operate to some extent like the private sector, where people are held accountable, so that when they see they do an appraisal, and that could affect your bonus. Yeah. If you do nonsense and these are the metrics that we expect and these are the KPIs, and if you don't satisfy these, then you can expect you will get no promotion and you will get no bonus, among other things. Because there are people, as this lady, she has her issue for how long this thing has been going on.
Yep.
What is the avenues for redress?
I know. I have a friend and I have a cousin that works with the government. And not because it's my friend, not because it's my cousin, but they're passionate about the job.
Yeah.
To the point where my cousin, I asked her, say, hey, you're going on, when you see I ready to see about my place in the back, you need to drop my plans, I have a friend who, where she is there now, she was explaining to me about the property tax and stuff like that, and what they're trying to implement and how it's going to work, and ways in which she figures that it's going to work, and all these different things. And she said everyday people, when they come, and she deal with them, she take the time sometimes to explain to them something. You might find, oh, you're taking so long on this one person, but it's just that, she want to make sure that when you come there, you know what you're coming for, what you're about, how you're going to get help, how you're going to get information, what's going to happen. And these are the few that are passionate about their job, and they would do the right thing, but then there are those who, oh God, Dominic, but are just going there because it's a salary and as a government, and I have a government salary, you have a government work.
Yeah. Security, I'm telling you.
Come on, man, we have to do better than that. We have to put something in place. It can't be, well, they ain't going to fire me. Dominic, I go on, yes, I go in all the road and come back.
Yeah.
And you're not being held accountable for that? Is there no consequences for that?
No.
Because
lunch is 1 hour, but I'll take 2. I'm supposed to reach for 8, but 8:30 I'm strolling in with a rituals cup in my hand, and if it's a pie or something, I go in and have breakfast, and then, you go down to Board of Inland Revenue, and the person who's supposed to be doing the stamping thing, the seal, they ain't coming to work today, so they had to come back up.
That's the next thing. So if the one man can't come, the train can't move?
Yeah, so I take a day off to go and do this. And then telling me now this person didn't come to work today. So I had to take another day off. Go and tell my employer, well, I didn't get through. I had to go back tomorrow. And government get blamed for that, right? Madness.
Duke, them is the thing you have to fix as PSA head. Well, if you remain in that position.
And that's the problem. When it is that these people who messing up the system get pulled up, you run up inside it like a big dog. The bull one. Shut it down. Right. Because this man who paying dues, you find that he's being victimized. But you're not asking question why. What is going on? He ain't doing any work. Right. But he paying you dues. He paying your salary. So therefore, right.
I remember people get vexed with me when I said Mr. Ansel Roger needed to speak to the guys in Petrotrin to up the production, and then Petrotrin may have still been alive and well today. And people get vexed with me when I say that.
Yeah.
You're going here to make sure that the workers get more money. They get all the this and that, all the safety things, all the everything. You want, yes, and they have to get this and if a man work 8 hours, he have to get this, and he have to get that, and he have to. But Petrotrin don't have to get production.
Yeah.
So you keep running at a loss and stay there. Yeah, because we come out of the anyway.
There's no commensurate increase in productivity. The unions don't represent the company, they represent the workers.
Right.
You understand?
Right. So the workers here, how much we supposed to make 300 barrels today? How much you get 50? Oh God, only 50 now. Tomorrow we go see all that 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow we go see about that 250. When tomorrow come, how much I got today? 25? 25 good. 25. We go try to make it 300 for the week. And expected that to stay online.
Yeah.
Look, all you miss more that nonsense now, eh? We will put something in place.
Every year again, internal audit reports are showing deficiencies in different departments, and the department has not doing anything to fix it.
Not because the union will protect you either.
Well, but not only that, it's an opportunity now for you to send out one of the audit reports to the opposition, and they make a bacchanal about something. Right. Yeah, that went for.
That will work.
Yeah, you ain't getting paid to fix the problem. No.
Yeah, because under this government, it had no production, but if we get voting, we go make up the production. Anyway, let me take a call because I feel the wrong thing will not come out my mouth. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. Good Dalipe.
Morning.
Good morning, Dominic. Morning to everyone. You know, I'm listening to all of there, and you know how many slaps I get for that? Because you have your co-workers coming in. They're telling you good morning, and they're telling you bye-bye. They're meeting you on the work, and they're leaving you there, right? Then, you know, when they reach, they have to go to the breakfast, and they have to go and make up the face, and by the time it's lunchtime, they're gone. By the time, well, lunch supposed to be 1 o'clock. But by the time they come back, 1:45 is to fix their face and go again. And when you tell them about it, they're more upset than you. But you know, if you run out to do a little thing and you take a 10 minutes, look how long she gone. You understand? And I always try to say to them, it is because of these people coming to the office to do business, you have a job. If they don't come, they will have no need for you. And I always say to them, because of their salary, you are able to live a comfortable life. So why that bad attitude? And they get upset when you tell them things like these. So, long time I used to get upset when I hear people talk about public servants and things, but I join them. Some of them just do real crap. And because them and somebody in a senior position is friends, so they're doing what they want to do, and nobody's saying anything to them. You understand? And at the end of the day, they want to point fingers at you who tried. Right? However, let me just say this now to all other political parties. Take note of how PNM handling their losses. No fuss, no bacchanal. That's all I see. Have a good day.
Thank you. Oh, boy. Life is a stage, eh? Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, morning.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning,
What's
sir.
up?
Morning.
Hey, welcome back, man.
Thank you.
Wanted to shout out everybody. There's a chance to be that God live. Let's come in. Coco Clem. Hey, yes, sir. I congratulate the PDP, right? On the victory rules, right?
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. I listened to Fali talking last night, fellas. And the tone of the conversation changed. You see how politics is a game and they fool the people? Because now you know what he is saying? He have to work with Dr. Rowley and he hope that this, what I thought they was talking about autonomy and secession to separate from Trinidad, right? How come now you're telling the people that things that they promised, they mightn't be able to deliver? This is what is politics, to fool the people. And now they get in, they cannot deliver, as Dominic said, 10 million for each district. We don't want to get that money. And Bruce, remember, he tell them they're going to have a nice Christmas. He said, not Christmas, for the New Year's. Listen to his speech. He has changed his language. He said he take up the PDP jersey and put on this white. He is neutral now. They cannot deliver their promises. But if I was central government now, I bring in the autonomy bill now, right? Because remember that is 2-seater, Dominic?
Yes.
I bring in, let me see if the UNC will support them to get them autonomy now. Because if they get the autonomy and they're separated from Trinidad, that is 2 seats going, right? So we're dealing in Trinidad with 39.
Yes.
So let us see a better UNC the support to give them autonomy. This is which why the politics get sticky now. But let me tell you some fellas, God have a way of doing things. Everything coming out to the light now. You see? All right, fellas. Have a nice day.
So, Dominic, being the financial guru, as you are called, as I know that you are, how far $1,000 is go by?
It's hard for them to figure it out. You're paying $100 a month dues to PSA. $1,200 for the year. You give back $1,000, you get a little refund. You're still in the whole $200.
Dominic.
Oh gosh.
I went in the grocery the other day. I was just I passed through the lane with the baby products and stuff.
Yes.
Right? Because I think I wanted us to get milk or something. So yeah. When I went now and I said, boy, no longer I'm really walking in a lane like this, boy. Mama. What's the price of these things now, boy? A tin of clim, $114. And I know that tin only lasting a child 2 weeks. For like, because I remember 2 weeks a tin of milk, and I the big tin, not the small tin, 2 weeks are lasting. It's dependent on how you mixing your thing for your child.
Right.
Pampers, almost $200. And that Pampers might last a week, depending on how the child feel in a couple of days. Say, but wait, $1,000 can't go far again. $1,000 can't do nothing, Dominic. From the you know, you used to say, as you break 100 done, partner, as you break 1,000, that's a wrap. You go swear that is $100 bill.
Bruce, my salty ham costing half of that.
Yes, you see? You see?
Speaking of which, I need to go and have
you on your
deal
hand.
with that.
See, yes, people, Dominic and I will be having this dispute again this year because turkey is the way, the truth, and the life. Especially when you see her trying to right now my motto is sex is a must.
Right.
Health is life.
Right.
So the turkey falling nice. Yeah. I might meet in all the regular stuff our custom meet in the Christmas time, but
right.
You know? Yeah. But again, only time will tell. So we wait to see.
Yes.
I am sincerely praying and hoping that these guys govern the people properly and do what is in the best interest of the people. Right? All the inside, do all the thing.
Yeah.
Because if you shoot all yourself in the foot, I will be there with the plaster to put on it and ship you away.
Well, I heard a PDP supporter saying last night, you know, well, we vote all in. If all you do shipping us, we vote all out. And when you vote them out, who are you going to vote for?
Yeah.
You're going to vote for the same PNM that you don't want? Same PNM that they do nothing? Okay. All right.
Because I ain't get why one Dominic so I vex. So I put somebody else.
Yeah.
I vex. Yeah.
So a 21-year marriage has come to an end?
Yes.
Right. Well, let's hope the new man that he lives up to all he was whispering, all the sweet nothings that he was whispering in your ears. Leader man, girl.
Because again, the grass looking green on the next side.
Yeah.
How much times in life you go through that? You leave, you have a bird in the hand and you see the one in the bush and you run for the one in the bush and it's gone.
Right.
When you look back, the one in your hand gone too. Okay. All right. So guys, we kind of winding down here now.
Yeah, I had to run out.
Yes. At this time, I'm taking it light to close off for the last couple of minutes. I will be playing some parang music now. It's Christmas time, I know all the thing at all, yeah?
And all of you who have heavy hearts and who didn't sleep last night, you need to turn and toss. And me, I say, see me, I not going through that, you know. I ain't not losing no sleep. I didn't put on my TV. I was doing some work home and stuff and thing, right? And like you, my phone was ringing off the hook too.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. I said, well, I don't know it. I'm not following it. I just was seeing from time to time on Facebook.
I tell you, I feel ashamed of the people, Jim, last night, the phone making WhatsApp and noise. What the hell is this? I'm going to load up this phone.
Yeah.
Guys, as in true PNM style, we could laugh, we could continue, with the smile on our faces. Hey, one down.
Yeah.
Don't worry. As usual, we regroup.
Mm-hmm.
Pinpoint what was the issues.
Yes.
Deal with it, and we come in hard.
Ms. Felix, I had to give you a call because, I think we need to start the campaign for 2022 local government. I have some ideas, and you could bring it to those whose responsibility it is. Yeah, so I'll give you a call.
So, guys, we're going to play some music to close you off. As we say now, it was a pleasure being in company. It was a pleasure having you in ours. I will be here tomorrow with the lovely Miss Sharon Felix, and back again on Thursday with Mr. Romaine.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, keep it locked to the street 919. Hey, before I do that, I'm going to take this call. Caller, good morning.
A blessed morning to you, Bruce.
Morning, my brother. Morning.
Miss Sharon Felix, all loyal listeners and followers all on the live, all Tobago. Well, the people say PDP, PNM, all you know how to do. Make sure the wound heal properly and fight again. Thank you very much, Bruce and Dominic.
Yes,
Thank you,
brother.
sir.
Take care. Yeah, man.
Yes, and I just want the UNC people and chose to note, you're not seeing anything on Facebook about anything with race and calling people cockroach and all that kind of thing, right? You could take note again as to how the PNM deals with defeat.
That's right.
Yes, sir?
Yes. So, Dominic, you are off.
Yes, sir.
As we say,
ciao.
My children very famous. I sure you know my children. I sure. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. You make me a proud father. Say it harder. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. You make me a proud father. Yes, sir. You see me Sunday. Every Christmas he on everyone's list. My twins and PQ. Before Christmas he done pass through. By me and you. Go down by La Luna. You go meet my Spanish daughter. She name one Lisa. My big daughter Maggie. She just make man happy. But drive me crazy. I have a daughter named File. That girl wicked and wild. Always in the latest style. That the one who I have no child. The big son PD's a king. Always in everything. Every parang function, every parang step. They bring him out and out. Sing thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. You make me a proud father. Say it harder. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. You make me a proud father. Yes, sir. Me stepson half. Rhyme with tea and your bones to laugh. My biggest son named Barrel. He just make you quarrel. Quarrel for nothing. The outside child named Keg. What the son likes a beg. I have a son named Peters. I call him when I get the jitters. He live in Felix. My tiny daughter named Shot. They have to deal with she on the spot. Everywhere I go, everywhere I pass. They say that child not too hot. My last son named LLB. Up to now he don't talk to me. He say I pass him around too much for Christmas, but he don't mix with everybody. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. Bruce Willis. You make me a proud father.
DJ Bruce Wayne.
Thank you, Fernandez. me children. Thank you, August to run. You make me a proud father. Yes, sir. Ready? Tonka-dong, tonka-dong, tonka-dong. Tonka-dong, tonka-dong, tonka-dong. Tonka-dong, tonka-dong, tonka-dong. Tonka-dong, tonka-dong, tonka-dong.
La visita del señor León Cordero.
Mujeres. Tómate la tapa, tómate roba. El de la rosa, el de la rosa. La tapa de rosa. Y el de la rosa, señor. Vamos al bailar. La zapa de rosa, el de la rosa, y el de la rosa, tú mate la zapa, tú mate el bailar, y el de la rosa, señor, vamos al bailar.
This Christmas gonna be different, all the best things from me. This day I'm spending Christmas with my Indian family. Mr. Rubai and Mausi, Uti and Chinani. We have a parent group that practicing already. Daddy and mother lele, alele landala. More, 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 lele landala. Daddy and mother lele, alele landala. Daddy more, 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 lele landala. It can't go be no harm, no pass another duty. Sorry, duck and dal, we come and call and roti. Knocking with a black, we do lock and dental. Wishing Merry Christmas and having a ball. Daddy and mother lele, and lele landala. Daddy more, 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 lele landala. Daddy and mother lele, and lele landala. Daddy more, 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 lele landala.
And right now you're listening to the titles of democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Christmas on the junction. We hitting my brethren up around. But when we reach when he wife cooking, and there's a funny smell we getting. But we drinking and we liming. We paranging and we dancing. We all talking and skylarking. When he wife, well, she come out and say, now it's time for dining. We ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. We ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. What's smelling so, I don't know. Eating nothing that's smelling so. We ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. What's smelling so, I don't know. He jump up, say like he have bad luck. Because he gets pick up and the thing it won't stop. I tell him don't get frightened. Boy, just don't think nothing. When we reach by the next
next neighbor, well, we will eat something. We ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. We ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. What's smelling so? I don't know. Eating nothing that's smelling so. We ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. What's smelling so? I don't know. But if you howling because his belly growling, he say he ain't eat nothing since 12 o'clock this morning. But the smell compelling, and there is no telling what this woman cooking. He ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. Me ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. What's smelling so? I don't know. He ain't eating nothing that's smelling so. He ain't eating nothing that's. Hey, brethren, bring a flask. I ain't taking off my mask. A straw could pass, so I could sip the flask. You know it will not last, but we'll have a blast. You cannot say this paramba never pass. Yeah, we ain't in nothing that's smelling so. We ain't in nothing that's smelling so. What's smelling so? I don't know. We ain't in nothing that's smelling so. We ain't in nothing that's. What's smelling so? I don't know. We ain't in nothing that's smelling so. What's smelling so? I don't know. We ain't in nothing that's smelling so. What's smelling so? I don't know. Like a salad. I feel the oil they use me the whole boy. That's smelling kind of.
So guys, yes, I'm right here. Don't worry. Just playing that sweet parang music for you. But our word for today is protect. The power, love, and light of God protect me. A tree is protected from falling on a windy, rainy day because its deep roots keep it firmly in the ground. The branches move with the wind, and the tree may bend, but it does not break. It absorbs the sun's rays just as it withstands wind and rain. My spiritual roots are planted in God, helping me weather life's storms. I am flexible as I confront challenges. I am secure because I have faith that the power of God protects me. I gratefully absorb this loving light and let it shine from within me. The sustained shelter of God is my sanctuary. It leads me to protect my body with God nutrition and exercise and protect my mind from troubling thoughts through prayer, meditation, and inspirational reading. In God, I am safe. Then you will walk on your way sincerely, and your foot shall not stumble. Proverbs 3:23. So guys, as you know, that's the time for today. I just have an obituary to do before I exit, and I'm going to do that now. And we will leave you, and we'll be back here tomorrow morning, please God. So, the Street 909 FM has been asked to announce the passing of Lucille Pierre of number 14 Alfred Richard Street, St. James, who died on Thursday, the 2nd of December 2021 at the age of 89 years. She will be remembered as the daughter of the late Alberta and Jeremiah Pierre, wife of Randolph Williams, mother of Cheryl Pierre and Anthony Williams, sister of Enelva Cipriani, Sheila Job, Miriam Farry, Harrison, Reynald, Theophilus, Ivan, and Lance, all deceased. Grandmother of Garnet Philip and Leah Philip Awai. Great-grandmother of Luke Henry Awai and Seth Aphilas Awai. Aunt of Hamil, Tony, Dale, Mark, Gemma, Josephine, Jerry, Marva, Marlene, Earl, Debbie, and Deanne. Niece of Earl, Tony, Pyle, Jerry, Gemma, and Jackie. Relative of Fitzroy Pierre. Friend of Violet Thomas, Lydia MacDonald, Flory Amethel, Pearl Jacqueline, Nicholas, Marlene, Julia Ross, and Gemma Ryan. The funeral service for the late Lucille Pierre takes place on Thursday, the 9th of December 2021 at St. Thomas Anglican Church, St. Thomas Village, Main Road, Chaguanas at 11 a.m. and thence to St. Thomas Anglican Churchyard Cemetery for burial. For more information, please contact Simpsons Memorial Limited at 623-8688.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views